Jeff O from 2 Hacks Garage. Well, it looks like we're wearing the exact same clothing as we did in the last video. It's because it's the same day as the last video. That video was actually pretty long, and I didn't want to make an hour video of doing what we're doing. Decided to break it down in 2 parts. Last video was called How Much Work Do We Have Left to Do? Well, we got a whole bunch of work done in that last video. Too much. And so I left it kind of a cliffhanger on purpose for our J&J Speed and Machine Jumping Jack Flash Nostalgia Front Engine Dragster. But the big difficult part we had in this last one was getting this fuel injection set up, leaking it down, making sure all the jets, springs, all that's correct. That does take some time. With that, we did a whole bunch of other small things. And you know what, guys? My friend Brian for B&R Racing, he's actually on his way. He's got a magneto. He's going to rebuild mine. We're going to put a mechanical advance in it. But he's got one he tested. He's going to bring down. We're going to use that to test fire this thing. So basically what we got left to do, we know all the electronics work because I hooked that up, made sure it worked last video. But what we're going to do is we're going to throw a magneto in this thing. We're going to get it wired up. We're going to put the Zoomies on it because everyone's been asking. We're going to get those put on it. We're going to throw some methanol in this thing. We're going to take it outside once church is out. I'm sure you just heard the bells if you could hear that. And we're going to run it through its paces, fire it up, make sure it idles right, make sure it runs right, check the timing, see where that's all at.
You may get a surprise.
May get a surprise. Jimmy and I like good surprises. Bad surprises, not so much, but this is going to be a good surprise. But yeah, we got to run it through its paces. That's making sure the gears work, trans brake works, Jimmy's lead foot. Yeah, Jimmy's lead foot works. But so with that, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to stay focused on just making sure our ducks are in a row, that we're ready to go. It's a beautiful day out. Let's make it noisy. With that, guys, we'll see you soon.
I do with the gas? I just have. There it is.
The joys of being a skinny, short guy.
Nope, that's not gas. What I do with the gas?
So for you and Jimmy, not for me.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
Oh, crap.
All right, so it's a few days later. If you saw in that last video, it wanted to act like it fired, but was sputtered. Well, the problem is if you see the fuel pumps off, we have a broken fuel pump. So check this out. This is the back side of the fuel pump. And if you see a keyway right there, that keyway is what drives the pump off of what's considered a cam spud. That cam spud, there's that shaft that goes in there. It spins off the actual cam to drive the pump, make fuel happen. Well, check this out. See where that keyway is at? Here's the rest of it. That is broken. So it looks like the gears inside of this bound up and actually snapped it. So what we're doing now is we have another fuel pump, and we are going to work on converting it over, get it all cleaned up, put new seals in it, get all this hardware converted back to the other one and see where we go. So yeah, that's where we're at. Wish us luck. It's a sunny day. See you soon. All right, so here's what we got going on. We found another pump. My pump that I had actually had a bad bearing. And guess what? We don't have one of those bearings. So we dug through a bunch more, and Jimmy found another pump that had already been rebuilt, flow tested, new, sitting on a shelf. So we went ahead and put some seals in it, and I went ahead and took off all the other components from the other pump housing that's bad, and just a little thing in there. If you look in there, you can see it's all chewed up, not good. So we're gonna go ahead and take all the components from Jimmy's pump, put it on this pump, hook it up, see what happens. So one thing too to look at, the rotor that came out of the other pump, see all that bottom wear, especially right there, that was digging into the housing itself. And same thing here. That's all junk. So yeah, that's where we're at. We are cannibalizing pumps, getting everything to work. See you in a few. Tell me when to flip the mag, right? We got a leak. Right up fuel pump. All right, so we attempted to fire it, swapped out all the parts, and the pump is cracked.
Right there.
The actual housing right there, it's spewing fuel. It is just cracked, so it's just dumping fuel on the ground. You can see it was drying. So we did not get a test, so I'm going to end the video here, and I need to make a ton of phone calls. And the mag works, but I need to make a ton of phone calls. I need to find a PGA A-1 pump so we can get this thing going.
No, it's a PG.
Yeah, PGA 150A. It's a -1 style pump. But I need to find that. So I'm going to end the video here. Stay tuned. We'll get this. Later.